Greetings, Skyfarers, and welcome to another episode of Sunless Skies. I'm Cobalt Thorium. And in this episode, we're looking at Piranesi, or Piranesi maybe. And after that, I suppose we'll have to go and find some more stuff that's out here. But we did just get to this place, so let's check it out. We are at Niobe's Seclusion, a mansion of immense size surrounded by acres of neatly kept garden. It's tranquil here. In fact, it appears to be utterly devoid of life. Well, that's not good. I was really hoping to do like shopping and stuff. Well, let's take a peek at the shops. Alright, locomotive captains gather at the bazaar to trade goods and information. You may find bargains here, or fulfill prospects that you have claimed. Okay, so we got a bargain here for some poems of the Cypress King. One of Pan's recent Cypress Kings was a poet of the neo-nocturnal school, who wrote this slim volume during and after his brief reign. The book is, in fact, in no way ministry approved, but the forged stamps are exceptionally convincing. Interesting. So, it's unapproved literature, but it still comes up as approved literature, which is a little peculiar. Might be useful to have these. More ministry approved literature might be difficult to get here in what do they call this? Eleutheria or whatever? Let's buy them. Alright. Ooh. We can get casks of Navarretine gemstones. This is something that we desperately need for another quest. Unfortunately, now our hold is pretty much full. Well, we can always come back here. The Chaplains sell handfuls of Navarretine. I wish I could say this much more easily. The captains sell handfuls of Navarretine gemstones recovered from the prison's naughty depths. What? Okay. No food or fuel can be bought. There's barely enough to keep the chaplains fed, and they have no interest in making it easier to leave. Okay, so this is a prison. Oh, this is a prison after all. Probably should have read to the end and then made my little commentary. I thought it was a mansion. A mansion of immense size, surrounded by acres of neatly kept garden. I wonder if it's like a sanitarium then. Anyway. It is tranquil here. In fact, it appears to be utterly devoid of life. The prison and the cottage, polyhedric sculptures, the dimensions eye-wateringly off. That's very much, that's something that Lovecraft did in Call of Cthulhu, where he talked about the angles being all wrong and stuff like that. Anyway. Polyhedric sculptures, the dimensions eye-wateringly off. Grass of uniform color and uniform length, placid canals, crisscrossed at right angles. Okay, so it's too regular, that's the problem here. All bisected by a pale gravel path, leading to the door of a broad ivy-shrouded mansion. Only its lack of windows betrays Piranesi as a prison. Utter silence bar the crunching gravel beneath your feet. As you approach, you take note of a tiny cottage, incongruously nestled beside the mansion like a louse. A curtain twitches. I like this description. Incongruously nestled beside the mansion like a louse. That's not what you would normally associate those things with, which makes it almost like even more vivid of a description. Anyway, enter the cottage. The prison is locked, but the cottage door swings open as you approach. Or we can spend some time in the gardens. There is beauty to them once you get past the eye strain. So, Chaplains are too busy for guests, so I guess we need a chaplain to help us if we want to spend some time in the gardens. But we'll enter the cottage because it's the only option. The only sound in the cottage is that of a teaspoon clinking against porcelain. A group of brown-robed figures turn to regard you. One gray-haired, gray-eyed, offers you tea. "We are the chaplains," she says. "Our role is to help inmates reach egress. You must understand, none may leave Piranesi unaltered." "We can be your guide," pipes another. "2 tours per visit. Choose your chaperone, and take care to follow the rules. Piranesi is a treacherous port, and not amenable to low-level visitors. Be wary." Why do you need a guide? I don't think we really want to be here. This seems dangerous if we're not going to be able to leave. We don't know what the requirements are. And there's a big old warning right here. 2 tours per visit. Choose your chaperone, take care to follow the rules. So we're going to have to be altered in some way, I guess is what the question is, or what the, not question, but, yeah, anyway. Why do you need a guide? The windowless prison is large, but surely it can be mapped. Or you could choose the gallant reformer as your guide, a chaplain with an amiable smile and gray-streaked hair. We could choose the glistening deformer. That's, sounds atrocious. His hood hides the worst of him. We could choose the gray conformer as our guide. Gray hair, gray eyes, and a gray expression. More cement than steel. Ooh. I wonder if he's one of the, Claymen. Maybe this is ultimately where the Clayman's quest takes him. Okay, choose the glib performer as your guide. Eyes like coal pits, incongruous above a broad and delighted smile. Or you could leave the cottage. You've not yet completed 2 tours of Piranesi, but you can come back later. The chaplains offer you a chorus of polite goodbyes. Maybe we should do something. It is just a tour, right? Gallant reformer, glistening deformer. That sounds gross. I'm not going to do that. Gray conformer, like in this rhyme here. Glib performer. The conformer is probably the least dangerous, so I've kind of got a sense here. I mean, reformer is probably good. I get the sense that reform might be something that the writers of this game are more interested in. Deformer, that's probably also safe. Conformer is probably the least safe. But I don't know what to do here. Let's just try it. Into Piranesi. Very well. With marionette precision, she puts aside her tea and fetches an iron lamp from a high shelf. I will guide you to the best of my ability. You follow her out the cottage, up the gravel path, to a doorstep of Piranesi. Footprints are worn into the stone. She takes an ornate silver key from her pocket. And when the door is unlocked, she holds it open for you. The conformer follows you into the dark. Piranesi is, of course, bigger on the inside. The conformer's lamplight stretches only so far. You catch sight of Dizzying spiral stairways, columns clad in chains, walls grooved by trickling water. The conformer strides ahead, carefully pointing out where you must duck your head or watch your step. After a few minutes, you are halted by some toppled scaffolding. Piranesi has 3 rules, says the chaplain, helping you climb over the obstacle. The penalty for breaking them is incarceration. And the unwritten 4th rule is that the chaplains are forbidden from explaining them to visitors, so I'm afraid you must discover them for yourself. Tread carefully in the meantime. Oh, this sounds bad. We go into the depths. Continue following the conformer. I should have not done this. The prisoner's lamps. Further into the prison, you begin to see inmates. Faint lights shuffling across distant bridges. Hunched figures with lamps chained to their wrists. Those lamps impose a distortion of distance, says the conformer in a monotone. The prisoner's proximity to the exit is determined by how much they have changed since they entered. The more they change, the closer they are to freedom. Some of them are more mutable than others, and severity of sentence may vary. The conformer raises her lamp over a cavernous well. Light does not reach the bottom. Those cast into the deepest reaches must change beyond all recognition. You follow the conformer down staircase after winding staircase, finally reaching a maze of flooded tunnels. The walls bristle with fierce black mold. The water is opaque. Can't see your feet. Here, the most deeply condemned wallow, says the conformer. Like this servitor, too inflexible to change on its own. A twig-limbed creature slumps in the corner, raising its head only fractionally at her words. She waves past it without a second glance. We could write a port report. Ask the great conformer to tell you what she knows of Piranesi. Politely, or she'll just instruct you on etiquette instead. That's probably safe. I think eavesdropping is probably unsafe. Ask the great conformer to tell you what she knows of Piranesi politely, or she'll just instruct you on etiquette instead. Or it could eavesdrop on the conformer's questions. She's cornered some shivering prisoners and is interrogating them with precision and patience more unnerving than any rage. We can approach the brittle servitor. His face or mask is a motionless porcelain. Its lamp is shackled to limbs that are twisted and blackened like burnt wood. Or could leave Piranesi. My business is concluded here. The conformer does not quite smile. It's probably safe to write a port report. The flood cellars. By its very nature, Piranesi is impossible to measure, so I apologize in advance. My best attempt will only be broad estimates, says the conformer. We keep at least 12, and perhaps more than 600,000 prisoners. Including the gardens, the exterior is 22 square miles in size. The interior cannot be measured conventionally. For some prisoners, it is the size of an island. For others, a continent. What of the prisoners? Any new arrivals? Any reluctantly released? I should say, it's actually recently. Any new arrivals? Any recently released? How do they feel about their imprisonment? What were they punished for? She shrugs. She can only offer vague measurements. 600,000, that's a lot of prisoners. feel like it's probably safer to just leave. I don't want to be trapped in here. But I probably have to be trapped in here eventually. Right? And there's some kind of quest here. Clearly. Now let's leave. We'll play it safe. Ascent. The conformer marches silently up an endless spiraling stairway, not looking back to see if you're at her heels. You've completed a tour of Piranesi. The chaplains will only allow two tours at a time before they temporarily close the prison to visitors. The great conformer strides before you, her footfall soundless, up narrow stairs, over precarious bridges, beneath crumbling bartizans. I don't know what a bartizan is. The architecture seems to have changed since you last walked here, but as jumbled and oppressive as ever. You become gradually aware of cold breath on the back of your neck. Something is following behind you, its footfalls perfectly matching your own. Something is following us. In a hushed voice, you let the accompanying chaplain know that you've become prey. Continue walking stiff-necked. Don't look back. We'll let them know. The follower. The conformer doesn't turn her head. She tells you that, in hope of escape, some of the prisoners change into creatures of absurd size and hideous visage. They crawl through the changing tunnels, warping their features and hollowing out the warm parts of their brain until they become monsters. But many were monsters to begin with, and so still have not changed enough to escape. Well, we've already said it once, so I suppose we'll just keep walking stiff-necked. Jeez. The follower. You force... excuse me. Got a little too close to the microphone there. You force yourself not to look back. After a few moments, you no longer feel the breath on your neck. From the corner of your eye, you catch a shadow, flitting between patches of darkness. The thing behind you is gone. I think that this place is a little too dangerous. Let's just leave. Okay, so what do we want to do next? And we're probably out of things to do here. We really need to know more about this place. Maybe that's it. Maybe we just have to do some exploration. I do wish we had a good terror removal site. Langley Hall might serve for that, but I don't know. Alright. Let's just go, I guess. We really have to find our way out of this place. What do they call that? Eleutheria? So there's another. Well, let's just go once around here. I can talk while exploring. So there's another relay around here somewhere. Actually, we don't have a ton of fuel and stuff. About to level up, though. Alright, we did it once around Piranesi. I probably should have sent an owl while we were back there. We'll grab this island. Whoa, that scared the crap out of me. Don't do that, dude. Oh my god. Actually, we probably shouldn't dally. I've got a bunch of damage. Once, the winding roads of Eleutheria crisscrossed this region like a lattice. Yeah, let's not dally too long. I suppose we should fill this facet. Alright, the new option is... Okay, so our options are far traveled. You've journeyed to every corner of the heavens. You unlock this by visiting each of the 4 regions of the sky, which we have. Or we could do a spell in prison. The Judge Stonyface condemned you to Newgate, the stalactite prison of Old London. Secret Symposium. I don't want to do that because I don't want to, unless we have nightmares. In a midnight lecture hall, a cadre of masked experts gathered to present papers on a subject the ministry had forbidden. You unlock this by having affiliation academic at 2 or more. And we have a metamorphosis. You can no longer be the person you were told to be. Ooh, I kind of want to do that because that actually mirrors my own real life to some degree. I was very tracked to be like a software engineer, and I ended up doing that for most of my adult life. And then but I wanted to make games, so a couple years ago I left the horrible, stifling corporate software engineering world to make games, which so far I haven't made any money, but we'll see. Hopefully it won't be too much longer. Alright, far traveled. I do feel like doing far traveled. There's something that we can get up over 50 though. I do want to do the far traveled, but what do we do? And I kind of want an unlicensed chart, although moments of inspiration are useful too. So an unlicensed chart is probably hearts. Yeah, it says right here, hearts. So that would be 43 plus, what does this give us? 3? I forget. I think it's 3. Oh yeah, it's 3. So it wouldn't get us up over 50. But then again, neither would this other one. I don't think. Yeah. Because it'd go 44 plus 3, 47. Alright, well, It doesn't seem like it matters in any case. We'd have to get a primary. And even then, I don't think... Well, it might get gas there for... No, it would still be one short. So whatever. Let's go. Far traveled. You've journeyed to every corner of the heavens. You unlock this by visiting each of the 4 regions of the sky. Your accounts of your travels are in great demand. When your avid audience asks what the sky holds, what do you answer? I could say terrors. Oh my god, I'm too close to this microphone. I should move it further away. I'm getting feedback. Terrors. Humanity was never invited to the heavens. You are intruders in a grand house, and you have learned to tread carefully. Or wonders. If that is, you are bold enough to tread in places that others fear, and study enough to weather the winds. Interesting. Moment of inspiration +1. It is good to love many things, for therein lies true strength, and whosoever loves much performs much and can accomplish much. And what is done in love is well done. You can acquire these from Sweet Jane or the Toll Tower. Okay, Sweet Jane is back in the Reach. I think she's the tea merchant? Toll Tower sounds like it's in Blue Kingdom. Okay, so we could do an unlicensed chart. There are courses through the cosmos which the Ministry would prefer remain untraveled. Acquire these from New Street Line or the parsimonious chairman. Interesting. We don't know where the New Street Line is. It sounds like it's in Albion, but it's interesting. The parsimonious chairman is in the Reach, and I believe Sweet Jane is also in the Reach. So it's like these are the moments of inspiration are probably more valuable to loyalists, and the unlicensed charts are probably more useful to rebels because those are the things that you can't get readily from your own faction, right? Because I think Sweet Jane is down in Lustrum, and she's doing stuff for the Tacades, but I wish I knew how many of each of these we had. I think we actually probably have fewer moments of inspiration. Alright. Let's see if that was the right call. It'd be in here, right? Actually, it might be in here. Nope. Here? So 4. Oh. Okay, well. We need more. We actually... That was the wrong call, but... Not necessarily as wrong as I thought. When the Heavens Library was sundered, your lookout says... I didn't read the rest of it. I think I'm gonna go check out whatever that site is there. So one thing we could probably do. These are the collie wobbles, where you are never alone in the dark. One thing we could do is that randomly generated locations, I believe. Whoa. Randomly generated locations. A lonely outcropping of rock, a dim light gleams in a cave. Alright, a blind hermitage. A single candle burns in the cave entrance. Not to offer light, but to deepen the darkness beyond. I believe that we've read this before. So you can trade supplies with the hermit. What have they learned here? So this will give us a savage secret. We could do that. Or whispers, or you could whisper secrets. This will exchange secrets for a condemned experiment. And an Eleutherian mystery. Actually, that's probably even better. We have a lot of savage secrets. It's going to give us 3. It's going to give up 3, though. Condemned experiments are definitely useful. And Eleutherian mysteries are like the most. Or we could observe the hermit. Oh, so trade supplies with the hermit. What if they learned here? They may be willing to share. You'll trade supplies for a savage secret and a little more. That's very interesting and ominous, and a little more. Whisper secrets to the hermit. Their secrets for yours. A fair trade. This will exchange a savage secret for a condemned experiment and an Eleutherian mystery. We could observe the hermit. Something still drives them down here in the dark. This will give you an Eleutherian mystery. Well, we do have a lot of savage secrets. Let's do this. A secret for a secret. The hermit accepts your offerings and gestures for you to join them. To soothe the dying animal's pain in the last moments, they sift their fingers through the insides, plucking out organs and placing them on the ground in a careful but indecipherable pattern. When it is complete, the hermit rests a compassionate hand on the beast's head and slits its throat in a smooth, practiced manner. This is horrible. What they hope to learn from this goes unspoken, but as you stand to leave, you see the pattern, an eye. This terror is getting worrying. We should probably head back. In all haste. I'll try to make sure that we hug these islands and get a little bit of scouting in while I go. A moaning wind plucks persistently at the ruins. Okay, these are the routes of Tartaron, where many roads ended. Maybe we can get another port. Oh yeah, like I was saying, so some of these are random locations that get spawned. So like things to crave. Oh. Like this here. What is this? Something is scratching at the exterior hatch. An alarmed junior signaler summons you to an exterior hatch. A persistent scratching noise is coming from the other side. You look out the nearest window, but can't get a good view. There's only velvet sky, a gleam with frosty stars. You could open the hatch, but be ready. Make one of the crew open the hatch, while you take a discreet step back. Nail the hatch closed. Nothing good lies there out. Seems like a bad idea, but I don't like the idea of nailing the hatch closed. Let's just open it. The Wanderer. You fling the door wide, pistol in hand. The cold reaches in, and the hard light of the stars. Something else enters too. Something small and furred and yellow-eyed. Is one of the feline eccentric's cats. Its fur bristles with frost. Its muzzle is brown, with the blood of something unamiable. Ignoring you, it pads calmly towards the engine room. Has it been out for a walk? Learning about the feline eccentric, the eccentric story will continue when you try to speak with her. Oh boy, oh. Screw you. That's what you get. Just gain some cash. 29. Oh no. Oh no, we're screwed. Oh boy. Run, run, run. This is so bad. Oh my goodness. Should not have done that. Should not have picked a fight with that giant cantankerite. Not enough space to dodge when it's that close. Alright, so as I was saying, but keep getting interrupted. I think a lot of these things, these structures and stuff, are randomly generated, like the things to crave, or the something that glitters. But things like ports and stuff are going to be persistent, right? So it makes a lot of sense. It's going to cost us, like, secrets and stuff to get repaired here, isn't it? It's kind of garbage. Hopefully it only costs one just to do the entire ship. Because we've only got 3. Don't crash. Alright, hopefully that'll take down our terror a little bit too. It didn't. Okay, that is bad. Alright, so we did a little bit of repair here. Looks like it helped a little bit. A reluctant workforce. Like everyone else here, the engineers want mysteries more than coins. You offer one that purchases several hours of perfunctory repairs, at the end of which the condition of your engine is at least somewhat improved. Afterward, you split the mystery into a dozen morsels and dole it out among the avid engineers. So we lost 1 Eleutherian mystery and gained 24 hull. I wonder if we can do this again. It kind of sucks, but I mean, these mysteries are really difficult to come by. Alright, let's get out of here. This terror is a serious problem. That's not helpful. We should probably just try to get more Eleutherian mysteries. Well, this is not going well. Alright, we should look at the map. And maybe we should try to get back down to Langley Hall and see if we can deal with some terror down there somehow. We know, like, nothing about this place. Alright, let's stash this stuff. Was I supposed to bring that somewhere? No. All right. Geez, this is tricky. Yeah, let's check the bazaar. Cage catches. We only need one more day for new prospects. What do we have for Bronzewood? Nothing. And then Piranesi need caged catches. I feel like those are too valuable. And we could try to blow a day. That's probably the best thing we could do. Try to get an idea of what else is around. So let's loop around here. Witchers reside. Oh, here we go. A discontent. A junior signaler receives a dose of medicinal port in the infirmary. After seeing a frozen corpse spin past the window, the experience has shaken him. The dead are hungry, he says. We need to make him an offering, or he'll come back a knocking at the hull. We could jettison some supplies. It didn't take long for Skyfarers to shed their ridiculous old nautical superstitions. I've read this before. Excuse me. Lower our terror by 50. That'd be really useful, but I don't like the idea of having nightmares. Especially when we don't know how to get back to, what's it called? Magdalene's. I think we have to do this, though. Because I have no idea how to get rid of terror. Recover the body and transport it for burial. It'll be poor company. But it is what you'd want to happen if you were found dead in the sky. Shit. I have terror, or nightmares. This is terrible. A dour companion. 'Tis a good deed, perhaps, to carry a lost soul home, but it is not a happy one. The crew are grimly heartened, but your dreams are troubled. The corpse wore a captain's jacket. Their face, a mask of frozen horror. I don't know what these dreams do. I suspect that it means that my terror goes up more quickly. Like maybe every night I get like an extra terror or something. Is that what that does? I don't know. Whoa. Alright. Got a scribe spinster. Look at the animation on that smoke. That's amazing. You could go up here and check out whatever this is. Was this a palace once? Where else would you store such jewels? Oh crap. Get away. Oh no, I just repaired this. Crap. Well, hopefully one more day has gone by. I do like that our terror is low, but... Okay. A gift for the Thorn Maiden. Souls to Catechus. Okay, we have another one for Langley Hall, so that's not going to help us. We do have souls, though. Frustrated devil waits outside the gates, barred entry by the rose binders. I miss old London. Your people were so much freer with your souls. I have to bring back something to lure... He stops abruptly. I don't suppose you have 5 jumbles of undistinguished souls, do you? For now, I crave quantity over quality. Catechus lies to the southeast of Pan. Yes, I believe we do have that. Yes. We will go and claim it. Gift for the Thorn Maiden. Okay, you need 5? That's what it was, right? 5? Just double check this. Deliver 5. Southeast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That pack. You need to stock up some supplies. Bazaar. No, night market. Money's not looking good. Maybe we should sell some... We've got a lot of tea. Probably sell some tea. 8. Sell 3 tea. We'll sell some hours too. Okay. Night market, selling tea, hours. That'll help a little bit. I suppose, and we do actually have a lot of ministry literature. Let's sell that too. Oh, I don't have to go through my inventory, do I? Alright, whatever. Let's look at a little healthier. Alright, so we're looking for south-southeast, was it? South-southeast. So let's take a peek at the map. Hopefully I won't mess this up again. South. Okay, so that's southeast, probably about there, maybe? So it's probably about here. Or maybe down here. But I think we'll do that in the next episode. Thank you very much for joining us. I hope that you enjoyed this. And if you have, please like, maybe comment, maybe subscribe, maybe share. And I'll catch you in the next episode. New episodes every day at 2 p.m. Eastern United States time. Catch you then. Bye-bye.